What's up, agents, and welcome back to another vendor reset video. It's the 26th of August 2025, and if you've managed to log in because the queues are huge, here's this week's vendor reset. So we're starting off with a burnout. If you want one, just change the crit damage to target out of cover. There's a good MK16 here, already got damage to target out of cover on, meaning you can put whatever talent you want in it. Unfortunately, the gun is not the best, but maybe one for the stash. We got a snub-nosed pistol here as well with damage to target out of cover, meaning you can put whatever pistol talent you want on it. Unfortunately, the damage is pretty low, so it might be a pass for this one because the pistol itself is not that great either. We have got an Alps chest, but it's got skill, haste and tag team. Not a great combination. The rest is garbage. Let's move on. Alright, so Clan Vendor has got a Brutus. If you want one, change its damage target out to cover, and you're good. Hunter's Fury chest piece, a Heartbreaker chest piece that's garbage, and some Foundry Bulwark knees. We've also got a Cheska mask with crit chance, crit damage, and weapon damage. Absolutely perfect if you're a newbie or need one of these. Yeah, this is as good as it's going to get. Everything else though is kind of rubbish. Yep, all trash, so let's move on. Okay, so Countdown Vendor has got a drill if you want to change the crit damage to target out of cover. But the gun itself, I mean, the talent is pretty rubbish. We got some Imminent Armaments knees with crit damage already on. You could put these crit chance, crit damage, although not best in slots. Might be worth picking up. We've got one of my favourite backpacks here, the Liquid Engineer. Unfortunately, it's a headshot damage one, but maybe if you want to keep the armour and you want to go weapon handling headshot for a pistol build, might be pretty good. That's going to be it for here. Let's move on. Okay, at the theatre, we got the perfect Jazz Hands shotgun. If you want it, just re-roll it to damage target out of cover, although it is just not that great. We've got some Sokolov gloves, but unfortunately they roll headshots, so probably not best in slot by a long. And everything else is trash, so let's move on. Down at the castle, we've got a Picaro's holster with this damage bug still. It's meant to be 10% max, but if you've got a 15% one, you are a lucky duck. There's an MG5, which is one of the best LMGs in the game. Unfortunately, it comes with optimal range and ranger, so not a great combination. We have got a Golan holster if you're doing some kind of tank build. Armor regen's probably in a good spot. You could probably just change the explosive resistance to something else. But that's about it, so let's move on. Checking out the campus, has got a commando with damage targets out to cover already on. Just unfortunate that this perfect late naked, just like me, is not a great talent. We've got a regular SVD though with naked on as well. That is bizarre, but this one's not got damage target out of cover on it, so I wouldn't bother. There's a black market M60 with rate of fire on, but needs a lot of work, but you could put whatever talent you wanted on it. Steady handed is also a pretty good shout, especially with the new Tinkerer mask. Everything else though is garbage, so let's move on. DZ West this week has got a baker's dozen, but needs so much work. I can't recommend it at all. There is a tip of the spear set of gloves, Cavalier knees. Yeah, it's pretty random here this week. Everything else is pretty garbage, so let's just move on. Alright, so DZ East has got a Black Friday with crit chance with perfectly unhinged. I mean, if the Tinkerer wasn't a thing, I would definitely be recommending picking this up. It's a good gun, so if you want it without using the Tinkerer, definitely pick one of these up. We've also got a Big Show, but needs way too much work. A Foundry Bulwark mask, Hunter's Fury holster. We have got a Brazos holster, but it's got a headshot damage, armor regen, so that's a bit of a concoction. Everything else is garbage. Let's move on. Alright, so DZ South has got a Devil's Due, but unfortunately it's headshot, so maybe if you're doing some kind of SMG headshot build, that might be good. But Perfect Clutch is not that great. We got a PP like mine, but this is not very good, unlike mine. We got a 416, which is terrible. We got a Torso backpack with crit damage on, pretty high rolled. A Striker's chest piece. China Light with skill damage and tech support. This is actually pretty good. Skill damage already run. You could put skill haste on here and use it for an explosive build. Probably worth picking one of these up if you've not got one and you've got some credits to be able to do this. We almost had a really good Bellstone chest piece, but unfortunately it's trash. Let's move on. In Brooklyn at the bridge, this is a pretty random vendor. It's getting its name as Haven 2.0. But yeah, nothing too great to buy here at all. It's all pretty trash, so let's just move on. Alright, so we're at Haven. They've got another big show with crit chance on, so if you want to use Perfect Thunderstrike, this is probably the one that you're going to go with, but the talent itself is definitely not great, much better on the table. Everything else though is random and garbage as always, so let's move on. Looking for Roy to save us. He's got a SOCOM MK20. The gun's not great, but it has got damage to target out of cover on. Maybe one for the stash. Everything else though is, yeah, just not great. I mean, this helps mask is probably good if you're going to do a high-end healer build. It's got repair skills on it. You could put skill haste on it. Yeah, maybe that's probably one of the other better things apart from the Cheska mask in the clan bender. But yeah, not a great week this week. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Good luck with them stretch goals agents. I know it's been rough and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.